RachelZegler is officially spiraling, and things just keep getting worse. It was already embarrassing enough when her Snow White remake was playing to nearly empty theaters. Entire auditoriums with no one watching. But now, to make it even more humiliating, those same shelves and theater spots are being handed over to the Minecraft movie. And it's not even a close competition. By the film's fourth week, one YouTuber even filmed a weekend screening of Snow White, showing a completely empty auditorium. Not a single person showed up. It was like the movie had disappeared before anyone even noticed it was there.
We are coming down to the final days before Snow White releases, and if we take a look at some massive theaters, it's not looking too good. Here's one in the Metro DC area, Tyson's Corner, completely empty on a primetime Saturday.
And it gets worse. A mom on TikTok shared that she bought just one ticket for Snow White, and her daughter ended up having the entire theater to herself. That's right, an entire auditorium, completely empty, except for one little girl. No crowds, no lines, no buzz, just silence. It's the kind of quiet flop that's hard to ignore, and even harder to recover from. Now, Minecraft is taking over everything. While Snow White struggled to fill seats, Minecraft. The movie is dominating the box office. Its domestic opening brought in a massive $157 million, almost 4 times Snow White's weak $42 million start. And globally, Minecraft exploded with a $301 million opening weekend, while Snow White could barely scrape together $87 million. By the end of April, Minecraft had crossed a staggering $720 million worldwide, while Snow White still hadn't cracked $200 million. And the hits just keep coming. Snow White was even banned in Lebanon, reportedly due to Gal Gadot's connection to Israel. Behind the scenes, it's even messier. Sources close to the cast say Gal Gadot was heartbroken over the movie's failure, and she blames RachelZegler's constant political rants and inability to stay off social media for it. That frustration might now turn into legal action. Insiders say Gal is considering a lawsuit after allegedly warning Rachel multiple times to stop damaging the project's image.
Going backlash related to Snow White, Gal is already doubling down on her legal plans against RachelZegler after she made more warnings against Zegler.
Meanwhile, RachelZegler's social media is falling apart. She recently posted on Instagram, but had to limit the comments after being flooded with backlash over her performance in Snow White. And if you're wondering why theaters are dropping Snow White so quickly, here's the harsh truth. Movie theaters are businesses. If no one is buying tickets, your movie gets kicked out. Simple as that. And right now, Minecraft is so popular, it's actually taking over the time slots that Snow White had already reserved. For Rachel, this isn't just a box office flop. It's a major career reality check. And things are only getting worse. With fan backlash rising and industry voices growing louder, it's clear the damage is deep. Theaters don't care about Hollywood loyalty. They care about sales. And when Snow White started pulling in only a handful of people per show, theater owners didn't wait. They swapped it out for a movie people actually want to see. Across the country, Minecraft is replacing Snow White's reserved spots. And it's not even close. In just 1 week, Minecraft made more money than Snow White did in 3. And theaters, tired of empty seats, made quick decisions. No audience, no mercy, and now, enter Jack Black, who might have just delivered the most subtle burn of the year. While talking to IGN about his role in Minecraft, he said,
"Actor prepares, so I have literally been exclusive to Minecraft for the last month and a half.
Right.
On Minecraft all the time. I'm in a little movie called Minecraft. I don't want to brag, but it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, man.
Just Steven it up in the Minecraft universe, getting back into it. Because I did play years ago, because my kids were super duper into it, and I wanted to speak their language. So I studied hard, and I learned, and I was getting really into it, building houses and tunneling around. And now I'm getting back into it. And it's pretty.
Now, here's where things really sting. Just last year, RachelZegler was asked almost the exact same question about Snow White. And instead of showing any love for the classic, she went the opposite way. She said she never liked the original movie, called The Prince a Stalker, and made it very clear she didn't respect the source material. Compare that to Jack Black, who praised Minecraft and talked about how much fun he had bringing the game to life. That difference in attitude It says everything. While Rachel was busy tearing down the legacy of a beloved Disney film, Jack was celebrating his role and connecting with fans. And it's paying off. The contrast couldn't be more obvious.
You told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
So when Jack Black praised the original Minecraft and said it was an honor, it felt like a subtle jab, without even mentioning Rachel by name. The difference in tone was loud and clear. While Jack leaned into the heart of the source material, RachelZegler had distanced herself from hers, and now it's catching up to her. Behind the scenes, Disney's live-action division is in full-blown panic mode. New reports suggest the studio is quietly scrapping future remakes, including the much-hyped Tangled reboot, which was set to be their most expensive live-action film ever. But this isn't just about money. It's about damage control. Fans are clearly done with remakes that feel more like political statements than heartfelt stories, and Snow White became the perfect example of that failure. Even on Reddit, where Rachel once had support, users are now turning. The sentiment is brutally clear. You can't mock the story, insult the fans, and still expect them to buy tickets. As this all unfolds, reports say RachelZegler is now seeking therapy to cope with the online hate, media backlash, South Park parodies, and now, a serious hit to her career. And to make matters worse, even her fans are starting to walk away. Yet somehow, Rachel just landed another film role. She's been cast in an indie comedy drama called She Gets It From Me, playing the daughter of Marisa Tomei's character, a former punk rocker. But the announcement sparked a wave of confusion. How is someone facing so much public criticism still getting big opportunities? The answer might not be about talent. Industry insiders say studios see Rachel as a woke persona, someone who connects with progressive audiences and keeps the internet buzzing. Whether the attention is good or bad, it's still attention. Some even believe she's being used as a face for certain messages, regardless of fan backlash. But this strategy is showing cracks. Fans are growing restless. Even Megyn Kelly recently called out the double standard in a YouTube segment. She said if Rachel had spoken out against President Biden, Disney would have dropped her immediately. But because her comments targeted Trump, she got to apologize and carry on like nothing happened.
Picture a Broadway actress who issued a post saying, F Biden supporters. May Biden or Kamala never have a moment's peace. That person would be fired so fast it would make your head spin. They wouldn't last one more minute in any Hollywood role. This is truly like she has to go. I'm sorry, Disney.
Meanwhile, creators across the internet are raising red flags about Disney's direction. One YouTuber recently went viral after breaking down how modern Disney movies seem to be filled with subtle messaging aimed at younger audiences. According to him, it's less about storytelling now, and more about pushing certain narratives. His warning? Parents need to start paying closer attention because Disney might not be the same company they grew up with.
Built this country. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this. Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering and continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America...
Did they just show a Disney cartoon is showing the KKK and a burning cross? I watched this show and I felt like it was actually a wholesome window into aspects of Black culture that I wouldn't have gotten naturally growing up because I did grow up in an area with almost like virtually no Black people. KKK imagery is just crazy, especially considering it's not as if they're referencing it like this was our past. They're referencing it like this is what we're living in now.
RachelZegler's career is collapsing right before our eyes. The theaters that once had her Snow White remake reserved are now replacing it with bigger, more successful films like Minecraft. Her co-stars are reportedly distancing themselves, and South Park is preparing to roast her. Meanwhile, her fan base is shrinking by the day. Behind the scenes, Disney is reportedly rethinking its entire live-action remake strategy. The backlash against Rachel's Snow White remake wasn't just loud, it's been long-lasting. And even though she's landed another role, It's clear that Hollywood's usual tricks of using attention-grabbing tactics over genuine connection aren't working anymore. Rachel didn't just star in a flop, she became the symbol of a cultural shift. Films like Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch, and even meme-driven animations are performing far better, and audiences are proving they just want good stories, not political messages or attitudes. Now, Rachel is not only facing the failure of her movie, but also watching other films physically take over the theaters she once occupied. As Disney quietly shelves more woke remakes, fans across social media are roasting her nonstop, and Rachel is reportedly seeking therapy and shutting down comments to get through it. It's time for you to weigh in. Does Rachel deserve another shot, or was Minecraft's success a wake-up call to the entire film industry? And has Hollywood finally hit its limit with woke reboots? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll be featuring the best ones in our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.